Hello, everybody, and welcome again to TableTakes. It's the first week of May. I hope that you enjoyed all the various forms of May, as it's gonna be May, and also May the 4th and Revenge of the 5th be with you. And I hope you all got your May fixations, even though I think oh no, we still got like Cinco de Mayo coming up. Oh wait, no, did that pass? No, we don't. It's the 6th. Never mind. Sorry. I know what time is. I understand that time exists and we are part of this cosmos and everything. But enough about that. I want to hear from these lovely human beings that I see right in front of you, starting with Javion. Grace us with what you have done this week.
I'm so glad to have you back, Bonsai. It's been so long. I'm so glad to have you back again. I hope you had fun on your trip. My week has been pretty good. Still climbing rocks, still playing board games. I definitely need a haircut soon, but I'm in preparation for my birthday coming up because that's another great May thing happening. I'm having
Ooh.
a cool party, and you're all invited.
Yay! So there you go. Got to buy a ticket for Noir. Noir, come to the pool party.
Yeah, we're gonna play some board games. It'll be great.
But yeah, now that's exciting. I can't wait. And then we'll have to throw a big birthday surprise of glitter. Like, right? That's how you surprise people on their birthday, especially a
Sure.
pool party with glitter.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
had a surprise party before, so I'm sure that's how it goes. I wouldn't know for sure, but I guess we'll see.
All right. But yeah, no. What about you, Mr. Red Eyes Dark Noir Dragon?
Red Eyes Dark Noir Dragon? That does sound like
it avoids the copyright, okay? It avoids the copyright.
That does sound like a pretty dope Yu-Gi-Oh monster for sure. No, I'm good. It's been a busy week for sure. A lot of exciting stuff happening at work, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, other than that, I will be in LA next week, so it's my first time on the West Coast. I look forward to trying In-N-Out Burger and see how overrated it is. I'm ready to start fights.
It's gonna be I'm sorry, I'm with you. In-N-Out is not that good. I'm sorry, have to admit
it's not better than Portillo's. Everybody who's been to Chicago knows.
Yeah, Shake Shack is where it's at. Anywho. What? Really? Okay, never mind. We're not going to start a fight. You know that we have to have peace in this universe, right, Peter?
I'm glad you're back.
We gotta live long, prosper, as they say. What have you been up to? Oh, yeah, you're a little mute, my friend.
Good. Well, couldn't you just understand me by me doing this? Yes, live long and prosper indeed. Yeah, what have I been up to? I've been studying the Star Trek RPG rules in case I get to run a Star Trek game sometime in the near future. We'll see what happens. So that's fun. I've also been last week we finished our series 2 of Actoroki, and so that was fun, a little bittersweet. It's had to be over, but it was a great ending. It was a great film. And next week we start our next series, series 3. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. That's what I've been doing, is working on that. In fact, also, by the way, I'm doing a daily video diary about Actoroki. So that's doing that on Facebook.
Ooh, so we'll definitely have to have that link posted when that video is out for Facebook, correct? But yes, no. What I've been up to is basically I just got back from Spain and Portugal, which was awesome. I got a lot of sun, got a lot of really good food, really really good food, and you can't be mad at a country that was like, hey, after you eat a meal, you should just take a shot of a drink, little as they say, digestive, the jejina, as they will. I guess the other thing I've been geeking about is playing Artifact. I got this solo RPG, which is kind of a really thing. I like, if you like solo, you probably like this, Javion. You make up a story you're not a person, you are an object of power. And you view the world via the keepers, the people who own you by hand. So that's just something fun I've been having fun with, no longer being that fancy jet setter all over the world. And also, I just realized in chat before I move on to the more exciting, fun things. Yes, don't forget, it is Mother's Day in the United States. So if you have a female figure or mother-like figure or a mother that you really want to love and appreciate, don't forget to send her cards or else you're going to be in trouble. But yes, let's go ahead. And speaking of love and being accepting of all those things, we have some really, really cool news, Peter. What's it all about?
Oh, this is cool. I'm so proud to announce Pride. I don't know because I didn't have anything to do with it, but Pride, because it has to do with Pride. Wizards of the Coast is releasing what they call a secret secret lair drop. I had to look this up. What it is a short run of magic cards, like 7 or 8 cards, but each of the cards is an old magic card but with new art. And the theme for this new drop is Pride. It celebrates the LGBTQIA S plus community with all art that embraces the creativity and love that is within this community. And so it has the cards that come out with the new art include some great classics like Soul Ring and Mana Confluence and some others as well. So this is just really nice. It's just really great to see Wizards embrace this community and support having art that is made in honor of this community. Of course, the art are themes that represent the type of love that you find in this community. And so, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love the Bearscape card. It's just it's just a bunch of like big burly dudes just all together. And it's just like it's beautiful.
In a hot tub.
Yeah.
Guys in a hot tub.
Yeah,
Great.
I have to say that photo of that, when I saw it for the first time, I thought, oh, that's cool. Some like fan made like a fun bear themed card. But no, every single one of my friends started posting this. I was like, wait, this is real? This is a real thing that they made? It's a real card? Okay.
Oh man. It's just so good. It's just so good.
yeah. And also the greater thing is that it is helping. Half the donations are going to be going to the Trevor Project, correct? Which is a huge organization helping the world's largest suicide prevention place that helps like the queer communities, like unfortunately, a lot of people who come out to their families who are maybe not as welcoming as other communities. These folks need help. They need to have a nice, safe, and establish a newfound family for themselves. And these people help them out. And then also fun little like side note, I'm gonna just go ahead and geek out. Hey, did you guys know the month of May is Asian and Pacific Islander Appreciation Month? And fun fact, the art director for this, Stephanie Chen, is some of us here do know of her in the background, but she is another she's an Asian creator herself who it happens to also be part of this community as well. And it's just, I like this huge push forward to represent the LGBTQIA 2S community. And so that's just a big push to have that, representation of both ethnicity and queerness in this project.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's just like, honestly, go click on the art. And if you want to go ahead and support organizations like the Trevor Project, and also tell Magic, like, hey, we want to see more rainbows and pride in our Magic cards. Why don't you drop a couple of bucks into this? Yeah. But also, I feel like it's getting kind of steamy in here in Noir.
Mhm.
And I think you need to just let us calm down from all the excitement that is the Secret Lair Pride event.
Yeah, it's getting steamy because I have some hot news here. See what I did there? New Epic Encounters box set are coming from Steamforged Games. They have their new Epic Encounter Hive of the Ghoulkin. It's a new encounter box set that's going to retail on June 10th, 2022. Hive of the Ghoulkin is a warband box that comes with everything players are going to need to add it to game sessions as an encounter. This encounter is going to revolve around a band of ghouls who are filching corpses from undisturbed graveyards. The box comes with 15 highly detailed miniatures and an adventure book to spark players' imagination. It also contains monster stats and tips and tricks for building tension and excitement. And this is going to retail for about $54.95. So if you're looking to have an encounter all done up for you, this is where you go.
Yeah, no, I am excited. What do you think about these kind of box sets, Javion, yourself?
I've definitely seen these around so much. They are great for people who want to have a really cool encounter and maybe don't have the time to plan a huge battle. I mean, these kinds of things make your table like pop out, like really like come to life. Because unless you're a collector or unless you've been like playing RPGs for a really long time, it can be hard to assemble the right pieces to make something really exciting for your players. So this is great. This is really, really cool. So that it just takes a lot of the effort off the hands of the DM who's already doing so much work already. And you can just have some really cool table presence. And you get to keep all that stuff and reuse it in interesting ways later on. So always happy to see different ways that they branched out. I know that they've done ones for like dragons and like spiders and snakes and goblins and orcs, and they've really done a lot of stuff already. So they're really just continuing to keep expanding.
I mean, and I know that combat is one of those things that some GMs are more comfortable with than others. So being able to be like a role play centered GM and just have combat in a box ready for you, I kind of like the idea of that.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I just thought of combat in a box. I kind of saw. What about you, Peter? How do you feel about these like box sets, especially coming from like you didn't have this when all of like D&D first started and stuff like that. So
we kind of had box sets, but yeah, they were different. I learned to play from a D&D box set. It had it had a box and it had a book. That was about it. But yeah, it was
book in a box. That's
come cool. A long way since then. Oh, that's right. It also had a 20-sided die simulator, meaning it was 20 chits numbered 1 to 20 because they ran out of polyhedral dice, and so you cut up the chips and put them in a cup and draw them to generate your 1 to 20.
Oh,
I kind of like that better than rolling a dice. Actually,
no,
how could you say that, Noir?
No, it's
shame
not
on
nearly
you.
as good. No, the novelty of that will wear off really quick if you give it a try.
The nerve, the gall to say that in front of me, in front of the dice queen. I mean, goodness.
Oh, I know.
I stand by my heretical point.
Oh, goodness. Well, you know what? I think we need to exit out of this conversation before it gets too heated. And then, since Javion is the queen and we don't want to mess up the dice queen, tell us, give us a picture of like, what you like nowadays.
I like new board games. We've got a new board game coming directly from Timothy Dequoy with Hatchet Board Games. I must admit, I'm not familiar with that publisher, but I love 2 other games that this game happens to be similar to. So this game is called In the Palm of Your Hand. That's a great name for a board game. This game is all about pictures and memories. In it, one person you play in 2-person teams. One person is the grandfather, and one person plays the child. And this game combines aspects of other games that are really similar, like Pictionary and Dixit, wherein you have these weird abstract pictures. You're trying to get the grandfather to pick the right one, but the child, it's really weird. You have all these knickknacks, and the grandfather puts their hand out, and then you just... Well, the grandfather has their eyes closed, so you have to try to get them to guess the right card by using the knickknacks. So you can just place like a cloth in their hand and maybe they'll figure out like, a curtain or something like that. Or you can like strum across their hand with a one of these like peg looking ones that simulate stringing strumming the strings of a guitar or something like that, but the whole time their eyes are closed. And then all the other players, like in Dixit, are trying to get the grandfather to mess up and guess the wrong picture. So they're going to there's going to be the right picture on the table, but you have to feed other pictures that are the wrong ones onto the table. Then the grandfather opens her eyes, sees all the pictures, and tries to decide which one fits the child's description best. It's really weird. It's really interesting, but it's not that different from Dixit. And if you played that one, then this one is kind of just second nature. It plays around with the proximity of different players around the table, like having to sit like across from somebody who's, you know, on your team, but also like, okay, we've got like space. You can use it in so many different ways. Do you drop something into their hand? Do you wrap something around a finger or something like that? This could have a lot of potential for a big party game because you can play from 2 to 8 players, and apparently it only plays in 30 minutes. Really cool new party game. Is definitely something to check out. Set to release on my birthday, May 24th. If you were thinking about getting me a gift and you didn't know what to get, well, now you know. I definitely want this game.
Oh my goodness, the art for this looks so nice. I really do like the art. It invokes a very childlike feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently it's all about like memories and like trying to remember your past, and your child is sort of like, remember this time when you were like standing on a shelf and fixing a light bulb? Remember that?
No, it seems really cute. I could definitely working with kids before. They will bring you whatever they will bring you. And this really does. I like that like connectivity. If you're the older grandparent or grandfather and there's a younger grandchild that you're playing with. But also I don't know, as a party game, if I was playing with my friends, I would totally like I get the game, but also I would totally put something really gross in the person's hands. I'm like, no, you wouldn't do that. What about you guys? What do
Yeah.
you think? Yeah.
Peter's been suspiciously quiet throughout all of this. I think it's the idea of a grandfather and child trying to remember memories.
Anything that involves trying to remember things is
Gotcha.
problematic. Yeah, that's getting harder and harder as time goes on.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it does seem pretty cool. But yes, thank you for bringing out this beautiful palm of your hands reenactment. You guys didn't see it in the background, but both Noir and I, when Javion said that, we're like, give us. Our gremlin attitude was like, give us the things.
Yeah, but then you said put weird stuff in people's hands. I'm like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
It's fun. You know, it's like, you know, there's a lot of things that really invoke people's memories, and people get really, really excited about, like, you know, colorful mats that people can really, really get into as kids. What do you think about that, Peter? Huh?
Well, I only if there's Spelljammer mats, okay? Ooh. That's yes, WizKids is announced. And by the way, thank you to ICV2 for reporting this. Jeffrey Dom Sanchez, we really appreciate you doing all the hard work for us. So all we have to do is read your articles. It's really good. It's really nice of you. We get a lot of articles by ICV2, also and other sources as well. So, but yes, WizKids has announced that they're releasing 2 battle mats for Spelljammer. So an Astral Sea battle map and the Wild Space battle map. And one looks like an astral, like the big, you know, like the stars, but kind of an astral-like, and the other is sort of like a big, like you're up in the clouds getting ready to fight. So I don't know, you know, is this like headline news? I don't know. I just jumped at this for the chance to talk about Spelljammer, you know, because memories. Yes. Now I'm caught up with you, Bonsai. I see where you're getting to. Yes, Spelljammer, great game. Who doesn't want to play D&D in space? Come on. So now you have the battle map for it. But I also want to talk about Actoroki, which sometimes also has an astral plane, and it also has D&D, not in space, but sometimes in the water. So Actoroki. Last week, Actoroki, if you haven't heard of it, Actoroki is one of the shows here on Gen Con TV. It streams Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I am the producer for the show. And we just wrapped up our second series, which included, among other amazing talent, also Javion Smith was in Actoroki series too. But now we're going. You know, no rest for the wicked. Next series starts next Wednesday, and we have quite a lineup for you. We have some of the players that will be at Alexi the First, Bryce Bebop, Rennie Rocto, and Megan Kirby Nasser will be players, and actors will include Leah Woodley, Dylan Smith, Ann Carlton, and Andy Dobrowski. And We're also doing a prologue film, which I'm shooting on Sunday with Satine Phoenix and Jameson Stone, David Baxter, and Susanna Burney. So I got a lot of filmmaking stuff happening with this Acroki stuff. And what we do is basically it is turning RPGs into movies. We play RPG games and then we shoot the movie version. And we do that, the turnaround from the RPG session to the movie coming out is 2 weeks. So it's like crazy, crazy tight turnarounds. And it's a lot of fun. So, and I think this next series will have some undead in it.
Wow.
That's just a little hint. Undead.
Sounds almost thriller in the night. Sorry, I had to do it. It just seems so picture perfect to just add that in at the end. What do you think, Javion?
I'm excited to see that Lexi is going to be making a return, and Andy's also going to come back. Like, is he not playing Stefan's character anymore? I don't know what's happening. I'm so confused. I have to tune in and find out.
Yeah. No, it'll all be new characters, new player characters, and so the actors that return are just playing different characters now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even think that was allowed. That's interesting. That's cool.
No, it's not exciting. So we have to wait to see the magic. But thank you, Peter, for giving us that sneak peek look into it. It expanded our minds and everything into that. Right, Javion?
Yeah, sure. Also expanding is a board game called Picture Perfect. This is a relatively newish kind of game. Picture Perfect is all about trying to get the perfect picture, a photo of 14 characters. You're all competing to see who can take the perfect picture. It's kind of like Clue, in that you got little envelopes and you peek inside them to get information. And you can also share information between the other players because every person has different things that they want or need to be in the photo. Maybe they want to be in front. Maybe they want to have a glass in their hand or prominently posted somewhere in the photo. You have to figure out all of these different things, arrange them correctly, and then take the photo. And if you're right, you win the game. So it's coming out with 2 expansions that make the game a little bit weird, something you might not have expected. The first expansion, Movie Star, adds celebrities to the guest list, and you have to decide what celebrity needs to go next to what guest, who's the biggest fan of who, that kind of thing. And you're also getting the second expansion, Pickpocket, which adds petty theft into the game. You're joining a gang of thieves trying to not only take a perfect photo, but use that as the guise under which they steal valuables from all the party guests and determine which guests are even worth stealing from. Maybe people don't even have anything worth stealing from, and you know, picking their pocket, get caught, and you lose the game. It's a very interesting looking a couple of expansions coming to a very popular game. And it looks like Arcane Wonders is set to put out also had the 5 to 6 player expansion recently as well. So you can play with even more players. Definitely looks like something interesting that I would want to try out sometime soon.
Ooh, yes, we'll have to look forward to all of those very interesting mechanics that they have here. Especially the pickpocket does sound interesting, at least to me, you know. But thinking of award shows, we have something that just got announced. Golden Geek winners have been announced for 2021. This, of course, is from Board Game Geek. Sorry, I had to remember which BB because there's a lot of acronyms. Board Game Geek is, of course, the host for the Golden Geek Awards, which is awards for games based off community voting. I'm not going to go through every one of the categories because there is a lot. But hey, this is something. If you got a board game freak or geek in your family and you want to buy gifts from, these games, I will tell you, are very good quality games that will make anybody happy. I also have some of the few, so calling out some of the ones for artwork, like artwork and presentation. Sleeping Gods are one of those, like they won for artwork and presentation, but they had a lot of other and thematic game, but they're also nominated for a lot of the other categories that you see on here. Another game to kind of look at. I have the old version, but gosh darn it, this word is terrible for me. Cooperative gaming. All right, the cooperative gaming. You got the crew. This is the older version that I have, which is like you could team build in. You try to like, hey, let's go ahead and get through, but it's deep sea mission. The crew also winning multiple awards as well. Some other games to kind of call out if you're interested. Oh my gosh, Oath, very excited for innovative games. Let me tell you, I love this game, but I am still salty with how this game played out, and it is a legacy memory game. So that salt will carry on until the next play, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, if you're looking, and also very, I'm going to tell you very surprisingly, Gloomhaven, getting of course the best board gaming app, and scooping up a couple of more, also with Gloom Holding, which is a not necessarily official, but slightly like not like, hey, down low, this is kind of part of our thing, but not really type of game that also got awards. So yeah, a few new favorites pretty clear from this year. Like I said, Sleeping Gods and The Crew won multiple awards. Arc Nova and Oath each winning award, and were runner up for multiple other categories. So thank you, Board Game Geek, for pointing out these awesome, amazing games. It's not like every day we get these kinds of representations and games that we could play. Noir, what do you think? What do you think that, what we can do daily, every day in our lives?
I've missed these segues. I'm so glad you're back. Well, I don't know about you, but I know that one of the things that I'm excited for is Everyday Heroes, which is a new TTRPG coming, where the Kickstarter goes live May 17th. It is the spiritual successor to D20 Modern. We've kind of covered it before, but the news just broke this week that we could finally start to discuss some of the cinematic adventures that we're preparing for Everyday Heroes. And I say we because, for full transparency, I am the community manager for Evil Genius Games. So with that, the cinematic adventures that we have prepped for you are Highlander, Rambo, Escape from New York, Pacific Rim, The Crow, Universal Soldier, Kong, Skull Island. Yeah, it's really cool stuff, and it's all 5e compatible, meaning that you can take our rule sets and mix and match your world. So if you want to see what happened if King Kong ever fought Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim, you could do that. Or if you wanted to have The Crow in your homebrew game, you could take our rule sets and do that. Again, the Kickstarter is going live May 17th. We've already reached 2,000 backers are ready, so for having that many backers, we've got a Q&A session with a couple of filmmakers from the properties that we're working with as well. So I'm just truly excited to be able to expose more of what we've been working on behind the scenes, and I'm so super excited to, Pacific Rim at the TTRPG table and Highlander at the TTRPG table. It's been wild getting here, but we're here now. So yeah.
It's just, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Javion. Go ahead.
Sorry. I like what you said about being able to like pluck like ideas that we might have wanted out from our like minds and being able to play them in our RPGs. Like I know a lot of people are always, putting YouTube videos and stuff up about like, how would you make Batman or like the Flash or like Superman or something like that? How would you put them into your RPG? Or like, how would you put like Mr. T or, somebody else who seems like Jet Li, or I don't know, how would you put them into your game? People have their like fan builds and things like that, but it shows people really do want these really cool characters, but they want them in their RPG. They want them in their D&D game. This is a really cool way to put that in.
And it's wild that the studios gave us the access to do that. Like, it just kind of shows how much TTRPG has grown. And I just kind of want to run through the list again because I skipped one. It's Rambo, Total Recall, Universal Soldier, The Crow, Escape from New York, Highlander, Kong, and Pacific Rim. So yeah, good stuff.
Those are a lot of really cool IPs. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm very excited about this. Like a little bit of Asian, or not Asian, a little bit of 80s flair, and a lot of bit of giant creatures that we can punch in the face. I have a thing about punching giant things in the face. It's a weird thing, but whatever. Everyone has their dreams of punching giant robots and things in the face.
I mean, I want to punch a giant monkey in the face too. I just want to be in a giant robot when I do it for safety.
No, and then also, hey, if you guys didn't see our Twitter post about this, we're actually, right after we do the crowdfunding cohort, we are going to be interviewing Dave Scott, picking his brain about all the little details, and maybe we could be like, hey, can we trick you into revealing more details and more details? Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna say go for it. He's my boss. He's ironclad, but I truly believe if anybody can get on the crack, it's Peter.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Peter, the challenge.
You're our secret weapon today.
But yeah, so if you are all interested in learning more about Everyday Heroes, and especially from Dave Scott, who is coming in, and we are interviewing him right after doing crowdfunding. So because we're very excited to do that, that was our headlines, and we're going to be rolling on up. Court is in session, folks, and as TableTakes, we believe in a judicial system in which we all have a word in what we like and like to present in this game. And I feel like, Javion, do you have a case to present to the court?
Why, yes, I do. The Kickstarter I have procured for you today comes to us from the designer of Sprawlopolis and Circle the Wagons, Stephen Aramini. Flip Town is a flip and write board game for 1 to 4 players and plays in about 30 to 45 minutes. You're trying to earn the most stars by exploring a Wild West town. You use a standard poker deck, and you drive an open world style of gameplay along with dry erase boards that serve as each player's map. So basically, it's a game that uses flipping cards over and taking actions and recording your progress on a personal board. You're trying to not only write a bunch of stuff down on your board, but to do that, you have to choose cards from your hand. One of them, you're using the number. The other card, you're using just the suit or maybe the color on the card. And the other one, you're trying to make a poker hand out of it. It uses a lot of interesting mechanics and kind of combines them together for something really, really interesting. I love dry erase boards. I love flip and write games. This one looks really cool. And there's a lot of different backer levels for it. It ends on Friday, May 20th. And I would hop on it if you can, because there's only 13 days left on it. It looks really cool, and it can definitely be a fun solo game as well as a sort of medium-ish party game if you want something that's a little bit simpler, but uses game mechanics that we're all kind of familiar with, a standard card deck. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're a big fan of poker, just like I am.
Ooh, thank you very much for presenting your case to us, Javion. I feel like Peter, please present the weapon that was used in this court. Apparently, there is a blade involved. Can you please present?
Yes, Your Honor. Right on that. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak before the court. I would like to present for the court's amusement the Blade Runner RPG Kickstarter, which has already raised over $1 million, and it still has 20 days left in the Kickstarter. So I don't. If you've been hiding somewhere from geek culture and not familiar with Blade Runner, I can't imagine you're here. But based on the original Philip K. Dick novel, "Do Androids Dream of Sheep?" Electric sheep. Dream of electric sheep. This it's just a landmark movie with Harrison Ford that came out decades ago, and then they had a new one that came out a few years ago that was excellent as well. I always thought the music in particular, I hope they're going to include the music in the RPG. The music would really sell it for me. So this, the cover for this says, "Walk the neon noir, noir? The noir streets of Los Angeles." Noir, do you have streets in Los Angeles? You can hold down on us?
Well, I am going to Los Angeles, and I have been trying to find a way to fit in the quote, like tears in the rain this whole time. So,
well, there you go. Well, you have until 2037 to pull it off. So yes, the official Blade Runner RPG from Free League Publishing out of Sweden and Alcon Entertainment. And this game will explore the power of empathy, what it means to be human in an inhumane world, corporate intrigue, existential character drama, moral conflict, and lead you to question your friends and empathize with your enemies. Sounds like another day at TableTakes course.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for presenting that Blade Runner. Now
I rest my case.
You rest your case. Thank you for presenting your case. And now I heard that there was a legal speakeasy going on, Noir. What do you know of the Underdark, the Shade? Please present your case of these bees' knees. We need to know.
I would like to present to the court a murder. I'm sorry. I'm bringing forward Murder at the Speakeasy, a 1920s murder mystery party. The Kickstarter ends May 18th, 2022. Murder at the Speakeasy is an interactive murder mystery party that you can play from the comfort of your own home with your closest friends. But be careful. By the end of the night, 3 of your guests will be dead. What I'm extremely excited about this one because I do love murder mysteries, especially like murder parties. And this game allows even the host to play without knowing who the murderer is, which is super duper cool. So everybody involved gets to know what's going on. There's 2 possible conclusions. There's two different timelines for you to play in. And it's just an all-around good time so that everybody can throw their accusations. That is, if you're alive. And that is what Kickstarter.
Ooh, no, that sounds fun. I love me a good murder mystery, especially when people actually dress up for the murder mystery. Okay?
Yeah, dress up, you scrubs. I don't know why I got so aggressive.
It's the same thing, like going to all these various different parties, like, oh, we're gonna have a fantasy party and stuff up, and then terrible. Nobody dresses up in theme, and they all just come in prom dresses. Never mind, that's nothing. I have no feelings whatsoever. There's nothing.
It takes me out of the murder mystery when you're wearing a Tom Brady jersey. Is all I'm saying.
No worries, but yeah, that's just very, very exciting, and thank you. I hope all of you in chat were able to be appeased and make your own decisions. You, the jury, that is chat. Which one do you vote is the weakest link? This is the wrong show. Never mind. Sorry, I was trying to figure out. That was our Kickstarter court, but. If anything, no, I'm just very, very excited to just, have. Why didn't we change it? Yeah,
that would be a good idea for a show, Bonsai. I mean, like on Twitch, like if the chat people could vote people off the show, kind of like.
You want to give chat the right to kick people out and vote to do stuff.
I'll never see the end of an episode.
I just.
That would be. That would be like a live survivor challenge.
Survivor. Yeah.
But the added
now
bonus
my brain's working. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. That's what I said. The added bonus, I feel like there needs to be like that new show, like the floor is like pull the rug under. I don't know. There's just a new dating show that they have the people stand on circles of like the voids, and then they pull it out, and then people can vote for them to like drop the person they think is the liar, and so they drop down into a pit of doom. No, but we are getting way off topic when we have somebody in the background waiting for us. So if you would like, we're just going to take a moment of time to get set up for the interview, of course, with Dave. And just give us a second. Boop, boop, boop. Okay.
Sound.
Hello, welcome to the
Hey,
Let's do the time.
warp again.
Yay! It's Dave Scott.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Welcome. We have a new encounter here. Who is this person that we see, this fabulous human being? Introduce yourself, Dave Scott, and what you are here for.
Yeah. Yeah. Who
Well,
are you?
hello everyone. My name is Dave Scott. And I hope that you guys can hear me because my internet's a little wonky.
Yep.
My name is Dave Scott, and I am the owner of Evil Genius Games. And Evil Genius Games is a tabletop role-playing game publisher, which has decided to take the old D20 Modern from 20 years yore and bring it forward into the magic of 5th edition.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well,
you
Dave,
not gonna get any better than that.
No,
that's great.
I'm excited.
Anything
I'm
else?
excited. No.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I love D20 Modern. I love everything that it's tied to. But when we started to think about the game, we started to figure out how do we make this real? We started thinking about the idea of campaign settings. So while 5th edition's got Ravenloft and Eberron and Forgotten Realms, we were like, what are we going to do for D20 Modern? Our version of it, which is called Everyday Heroes. And so we said, listen, what we're not going to do is a fake New York City called Nueva New York,
Yeah.
or faux Ireland or something along those lines. So we said, listen, movies have got great world building, right? I mean, so much really good story building, so much character development. Let's use those to be able to tell the D20 Modern story. And so through a lot of work and a lot of hard work and pain and suffering and a lot of white whiskers, we were able to sign 8 fantastic movie properties that represent what we're calling the 2023 Season Pass of Adventure. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
No,
Great.
all of these IPs sound so awesome and exciting. But I wanted to ask you the controversial question. Which of these are your favorite child of each IPs right there? I need to know. What's your favorite child? Huh?
Well, let me do this. Let me
questions.
let me introduce them to you from my favorite to my most favorite, and then when it becomes Noir's favorite, I'm going to let him do that one.
Oh.
Over here to my, I think that's my right, maybe it's my left, who knows, is Universal Soldier. What I'm excited about with Universal Soldier is, who doesn't want to play a dead soldier reanimated into a cyborg killing machine? But what's really cool about it is not only we're going to have an adventure within the Universal Soldier's world, but we're also going to introduce the concept of cybernetics. So you can take these cybernetics mechanics and put it into any one of your 5th edition games. Cool?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Ooh. Sorry, I
All
just
right, number 2 is this right here, Escape from New York,
Yeah.
where basically you're going to be able to play within this crazy prison society that is Manhattan. And so you're going to have to deal with the Duke. You're going to have to deal with the NLFA, the Shining Light Preachers. You're going to have to live in this lawless world.
Can
And
I
we're
be
introducing
Snake
a new
Plissken?
class called the Street Rat. Since we don't have the rights to wrestle, no, but you can be Snake Plissken's cousin, Mongoose Pliskin.
It just looked a little different. That's all,
That's it. Yeah, you got shorter hair. The third on the list is this guy right here, which is Rambo. So you get to be a one-person fighting army, fighting the forces of evil, like insurgents and rebels and evil dictators and terrorists all across this globe. And we're going to introduce a class called the guerrilla fighter. And we also, I'm just going to tease this out, we also might create cannon fodder rules. So you know how like he always mows down 3,000 people at the same time? We might actually bring that concept back where you can actually take down multitudes of people within one mighty D20 roll.
Just don't roll on that one.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. I'm not going to lie.
Then you start down as Rambo Jr. The next one we have right here is Total Recall. And no, we do not have Arnold Schwarzenegger's likeness.
Yeah, I was wondering
Here,
about that.
we're actually yeah. This is a guy. This is not Arnold.
Cool.
But we're actually going to be introducing two mechanics here that I'm really excited about. The first mechanic is what's called mutant capabilities. So if you guys remember, Kiatu and the Bar's resistance was centered around mutations and mutants, that were the people who are changed into mutants. So now you can actually have a mutant arm, which is super strong, or you can have like a mutant eye that can see in the dark vision, or something along those lines, telepathy. So we're going to introduce mutant mechanics in this system.
That's awesome.
And over here to my left is, you know who this guy is, Mr. Brandon Lee, the Crow, or Bill Skarsgård. Did I spoil that?
It'll always be Brandon to me.
It would be. Yeah, sorry.
So in this game particularly, we're going to introduce possession mechanics. So not only can you be possessed by the crow, you might be able to be possessed by the spirit of a wolf or a fox, and then be imbued with powers of vengeance to be able to rain pain on your adversaries.
Cool. Sounds dark.
Yes.
I will be the turtle.
Next one. Power of the turtle. The next one, I will let Mr. Noir Enigma.
Oh, God.
And that's the next one.
It's mother flipping Highlander, y'all. There can be only one. We're working on the rules for the quickening and everything. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about. No, I'm not. We got like you can be an immortal. Oh, I've always wanted Highlander in 5th edition, and we got it. And I cried real tears.
Oh
Wow.
Imagine creating your immortal and put him into your D&D Ravenloft game. And that exact same mortal gets transported into your Call of Cthulhu D20 game. And that exact same mortal gets transported into your D20 Modern Everyday Heroes game. And then that exact same mortal might don a mech and go fight kaiju.
Giant robot battles, giant robot. Sorry.
Like Pacific Rim is the one that made everybody lose their minds. I'm sorry.
And that is where we introduce the 7th, which is Pacific Rim. And yes, we've got Pacific Rim 1, Pacific Rim Uprising, Pacific Rim Black. We got it all. And we're going to explore this world of kaiju and mechs. And yes, just like a character, you will get to build your own mech to your own specifications.
Oh, that's cool.
That might in fact level up alongside you with certain features and capabilities.
I want my mech to level up. I want my mech to be actually higher level than I am. I think that's probably better.
And for all you Pacific Rim nerds, yes, you can solo pilot. You can ghost pilot.
Wow.
You can actually run a set of twins.
Oh, do you get like a soul bond with your robot like in the movies?
I just gotta say, Dave and I have known each other quite a while, about 20 years, I think. As one entrepreneur, we've watched each other as entrepreneurs with our ups and our downs. We've consoled each other and encouraged each other. But I'm just so excited seeing you start a game company, be here in our industry. Like, it's like coming home. It's like, welcome, Dave. You've come back to the fold.
As Peter knows, I have no business in this industry whatsoever. I'm a tech entrepreneur, but I have loved gaming forever. Peter and I met at a Seattle a Seattle Comic-Con at Seattle Pacific University, and he was carrying around this box that had nothing in it but like paper, cardboard chips. And he's like, anyone want to play Robo Rally? Really, it's going to be fun. I promise you. You sure you don't want to play Robo Rally? No. This is a new game. We're just kind of trying it out, you know? And that's when I first met Mr. Atkinson. And, you know, I got to say, I love this industry to the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you. I love you too, Dave. So good. So good.
And last but not least, and this is my favorite.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. Kong Skull Island.
Oh.
What I love about Kong Skull Island is this. When I watched that movie, I walked out going, that was a really fun D&D campaign. Because it had everything you needed, right? It had encounters with mythical beasts. It had a ragtag group of people that had to get along. I mean, it had all the elements of it. So like the idea of this whole monster hunting mythology, right? Where you could actually create a monster hunter that can go out and deal with this world of beasts. It's an incredible concept in general. And not only that, but guess what? You also might be able to befriend Kong.
Oh.
Befriend the giant monkey.
Yes.
You guys remember Ultraman, where he's able to go like, Ultraman, I choose you. And Ultraman would come up and punch people for a little while and then fly back.
So what would happen if I cast Reduce Person on Kong? Would I get a mini gorilla that I could put in my pocket?
He might retain his strength and anger, though. That's the only thing. And so what's really fun about the last two, which I'm really excited about, is we have bigger deals. They're 3.5-year deals. And we're actually going to create multiple books. So you will actually see a entire monster manual of all the Titans, not just Kong, but all the other Titans that you've seen in the Monsterverse. You might even be able to play the monsters at some point in time. We're still working that out with the studio. But there's lots of different plays there. Same thing with Pacific Rim. There are hundreds of kaiju that are out there that we now have access to. So we're going to be introducing you to different variations of kaiju, different variations of super species. You might even see an expansion on Hollow Earth, which has magic axes and stuff.
That's cool.
And so we're really, really excited, honestly, about this. We feel really blessed that we had the ability to be able to bring these amazing cinematic universes to life.
Dave, I have a question for you. I think whenever people bring up D20 Modern, or when we see IPs like this being brought to 5e, my biggest question is always, how did you put guns into D&D? How do the mechanics for guns work?
Yeah, well, listen, we actually were very, very fortunate to actually have quite a few of the original designers work with us on this game, which included Jeff Grubb, Stan Brown, Michelle Carter-Slavicek, Steve Winter, just amazing group. Not only that, but we also were able to communicate with Bill Slavicek, Charles Ryan, Rich Redmond. And these are the guys who really did create that. So we actually were able to take what's called the D20 Modern OGL, which already figured out firearms for us. And all we had to do is just update them to 5th edition. We have an amazing, if I can just throw a plug out there, shameful plug, we have an amazing 10-part docuseries on the making of D20 Modern on YouTube. And if you can, watch it. It's got all 4 of the original designers, and it's so cool. It is so cool.
Wow. Sounds really cool.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I hope that we can get provided a link by a community manager so we could be putting it in chat so everyone can see this YouTube link of this docuseries.
That'd be good.
But yeah, no, again, Dave, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, you can, just by this interview, we could tell that you're in love with this Everyday Hero series and all of these gaming IPs. And yeah, I just giant robots and giant monkeys, I'm down. Or actually, no, he's gorilla, not a monkey, because he does not have a tail. All right, you guys got to know the difference. King Kong.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. Anywho.
Nice.
Anywho, hey folks, for those who are in chat, thank you again, David, Dave, for joining us. Stick around because right after this, hey, you know this game that we're talking about, Everyday Heroes? We're going to be playing it right after TableTakes, because it's TableTakes game night, yeah.
And if I may just add one thing.
Ooh.
The module that we're playing for Gen Con is actually the adventure that we're giving away to early backers. So if you like the story that we're telling, but you feel like you could do a little bit better, you want to kill Marcus in your own way, please follow the link. Follow the link in chat. Back us, and then you too can overthrow a tyrant.
Ooh, very nice. But yes, if you also want to participate in killing Marcus in your own way, go ahead and sign up for that. Of course, going on, it is part 4 of a part 5 adventure series, GM'd by Super Dylan. After that, at 5 p.m. By the way, this is all Pacific Standard Times that you are hearing. We got Sarah's Table with Goblin Punks. And then after that, at 4 to 7, and then it continues this Sunday at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Nerd Botchery Adventures is D&D, cosplay, and a whole bunch of Dwarven Forge. And then also, if you love Gen Con TV and you can't get enough of it, let me go ahead and share the schedule for this week. Starting with Mondays, 4 p.m., we got board games with the Brothers Murph. Join brothers Nick and Miles as they play Keepers of Questar by Upper Deck. Tuesdays, 4 p.m., Out of Character with Mark Tassin. Is coming in, followed right after by Kathy Paints. Kathy, of course, a wonderful mini painting artist that you all should just check out. Wednesdays, we got 6 p.m. Artichoke Season 3, Session 0 RPG. Wait, no, did I spell?
Actoroki.
Oh my god, I read that so fast. I'm
so
sorry,
funny.
Actoroki. I'm fired.
You were missing Emma. You were missing Emma.
Yeah.
I was missing Emma. I'm sorry, Actoroki. I'm so sorry. Anywho,
okay.
I'm a professional. Thursdays, 10 a.m. Blood on the Clock Tower, social deduction game. 4 p.m. Roll with Rim and Shadowrun, and of course Fridays you can join us again here at TableTakes at 2 p.m. with all of these lovely human beings, Peter, Noir, Javion, and myself, and some surprises afterwards, followed of course by 3:30 TableTakes game night. 5 p.m. Sarah's Table. Thank you of course for all of these viewers that are watching us, and again thank you, Dave, for coming in and sharing the passion of Everyday Heroes. Remember, folks, if you miss any of our programs, we are you can check the VODs here on YouTube and on Twitch Twitch here, and then 24 hours on YouTube, and follow Gen Con TV here for more of the best 4 days of gaming all year round. All right. You all have a lovely, lovely day, and stick around for more heroes every
Ron,
day.
if you're still watching, hi Ron, bye Ron.
Bye.
Blah.